What's up, everybody? In this video, we are going to talk about 5 ways that lawyers can get clients. And this is a question that I think every lawyer has asked me, not every lawyer, but every time I talk to a lawyer, they ultimately ask me, hey, Andy, how do I get clients? So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways that I guarantee you probably haven't thought of all 5 of these. It's something that every single lawyer that is watching this can do. And every single one of these can bring in lots and lots and lots of money for your law firm. So do not skip any of these. And by the way, I'm going live on a bunch of different platforms. Give me a yes in the chat if you can hear me, just so I can make sure that I can actually make sure that I'm doing this video and people can actually hear me, because I don't want to be talking to myself here. So before we get started, what I wanted to tell you about is a really cool event that's happening next Friday. It's October 12th, 13th, and 14th, 2023. I will be speaking at Ben Glass's Great Legal Marketing Summit in Orlando, Florida. And I've got a great offer for you if you want to actually come see me live. I'm going to be talking about the topic, how to beat Morgan & Morgan or any other big spending attorney in your market. So if you want to learn how to beat Morgan & Morgan, if you're a personal injury attorney, or if you don't know who Morgan & Morgan is, or if you're not a personal injury attorney, Morgan & Morgan is a gigantic personal injury firm. Let's say you do family law, let's say you do criminal law, let's say you do immigration or real estate or whatever it is. There's probably a big spending firm in your market. I'm going to show you systematically how to beat them. It doesn't matter what your budget is, doesn't matter what your market is, anything like that. I'm going to show you. And that's the presentation I'm going to be giving. Now, what's cool is that I've got a discount code here. If you go to candylive.com and enter the code STICKLE23, that'll save you $750 off of your ticket. You can come hang out with me. You come say hi, and I will show you exactly how you can beat Morgan & Morgan. So trust me, you don't want to miss it. Now, let's talk about the ways that lawyers can get clients, because this is something that I know you want to know, because every lawyer asks me all the time that I talk to, how do I get more clients? So the first way that you can get clients, and the easiest way to do this, is with strategic partnerships, right? Now, strategic partnerships. What is a strategic partnership? A strategic partnership is when you find other businesses that are that share the same audience as you. So what you want to do is you want to ask yourself, what are the services that clients, or that our clients typically need before they come to us, during the time that we're serving them, and then after we're serving them? And you want to make a big list of all of these services, all these different companies, and start writing them down. And then you want to reach out to them and start forming strategic partnerships. Now, here's what you do. You don't want to just reach out and say, hey, will you send me some cases? Because nobody wants that. You want to lead with value first. You want to think, what can I offer them of value that will trigger reciprocity, so that they will then reciprocate and give me clients and give me referrals in return. Now, reciprocity is something that is ingrained in all of us. Anyone that's read the book Influence by Robert Cialdini knows that reciprocity is very, very powerful. If I buy you a birthday present, then you feel obligated to buy me a birthday present on my birthday, even if you don't like me very much. If I invite you to a party, you feel obligated to invite me to a party, right? That's how reciprocity works. It's a human nature, and we can use that. So here's some examples of how you can do this. The first way, and one of my favorite ways, is an attorney named Dan Newland. And basically, he knew that funeral homes could refer him people that have been injured in car accidents, wrongful death cases, things like that. So what did he do? He didn't go to funeral homes and say, hey, can you refer me cases? He didn't do that. Instead, he started hosting seminars for funeral home directors, showing them how to get paid and how to pay for funerals using death benefits and using insurance and things like that. So what he did is he found a way to be valuable to them. He found a way to make it so that he could give them something of value, so that they would actually listen to him, so that they would start to know, like, and trust him. And he started doing seminars. He started just putting on free seminars. And by doing that, he was able to grow a very, very profitable law firm. He actually is beating Morgan & Morgan. Anyone who knows who Dan Newland is, he's probably the #1 attorney in personal injury attorney in Orlando. I believe he's actually the single largest personal injury law firm in the entire country, with 18,000 active cases. He started by going out and finding and forming these strategic partnerships, figuring out who has my clients and then what can I offer them. Another law firm that I learned, or another law firm that I love this story, personal injury attorney in Los Angeles. So he was actually a criminal defense attorney who wanted to get into personal injury. So he was thinking, okay, what can I do? How can I form strategic partnerships with businesses that what skills do I have that I can help them with? So he thought, oh, I know, traffic tickets. So he used to be a criminal defense attorney, and he's really good at handling traffic tickets. So what he did is he went out and got a bunch of gold business cards made, and the gold business card said, keep this card for one free traffic ticket defense for the next 10 years. And basically, he just went around to a lot of different businesses, everyone that he could think of that could potentially refer business to him, every other business that he could potentially think of that could refer business to him, and he gave them a business card. And it was one of those cards that said, hold this card, and if you ever get a traffic ticket in the next 10 years, I got you. I'll take care of it, right? And his firm blew up. He got so many referrals just because of the fact that he went out, he provided value first. He didn't ask for just referrals, right? Another thing you can do is you can generate leads for people. So for example, I'm doing a lot of personal injury examples here, but personal injury. So one thing that, personal injury attorneys are always looking for, chiropractors, or they're always looking for like auto repair shops to partner with, right? So these guys get hit up over and over and over and over again. So what can you do? So I heard of a personal injury attorney that what they actually did is they realized that to get a lead for a personal injury firm, it was about $300 per click PPC. So like the term personal injury lawyer near me or car accident lawyer near me was like $300 a click. But they also discovered that the term auto repair shops near me and keywords like that were like 25 cents a click or like 50 cents a click. So what they started doing is they started generating leads for auto repair shops and started sending these leads to the auto repair shops. Now, they didn't tell the auto repair shop how they were doing it. All that happened was the auto repair shop saw that this law firm is just sending them car accident after car accident after car accident. And a lot of these people didn't even have cases, but what it was business for the auto repair shop. So then they called up the auto repair shop and they said, hey, listen, do you like these leads that we're sending you? And they said, of course we do. They said, well, just, when car accident cases, send them our way. And that was a way that they were able to really blow up the law firm. And it wasn't doing an asking for cases. It was by providing value first and letting reciprocity do its thing. Now, you can do this for any practice area. It doesn't have to just be personal injury. So, for example, one thing you can do is, let's say you're a family law attorney. You can find therapists in your area and you can team up with them, because most people that are going through a divorce probably have some sort of therapy that they need to have done, right? They either therapy for their kids, therapy for themselves. So what you can do is you can form a partnership with a therapist and you can say, listen, I'm going to send you some business. Everyone that comes in my office, I want to offer them 2 free therapy sessions with you. And you just have to honor those therapy sessions. And then most of the time people are going to continue, and then you can work out the arrangement with them. So every time somebody hires me, they're going to get a voucher for 2 free sessions with you. In exchange, every time somebody comes in, they're having marital problems, I want to be the family law attorney that you recommend. So what happens is you get a better offer, and now you have a strategic referral partner. Imagine you did this with every different category of people that could send you business, and you continue doing this over and over and over again. You would end up with a very valuable offer, and you would have strategic partnerships with businesses who serve your clients, even though they're not lawyers, but they're similar. They serve the same audience as you, and you would get tons and tons and tons of referrals. So strategic partnerships, I can't emphasize this enough. Strategic partnerships are one of the best ways to grow a law firm. And that's just number one. That's just the first way that I'm going to tell you about. Now, the second way to grow a law firm is follow up with your past clients. Now, you don't just follow up with your past clients and say, hey, do you know anyone that needs an attorney? You don't do that, right? Or you don't ask them if they need an attorney. What you want to do is you just want to remain visible. And the more clients that you have, the more likely it is that the more visible you stay, the more likely they're going to have somebody that needs an attorney, and they're going to be like, oh, right. I do know a law firm for you, right? So one of the ways that you can do this is you can send out like birthday cards, or one of my favorite things is like half birthday cards. You can send like newsletters out that have like tips and tricks and stuff like that in terms of things that will actually be valuable to them. You don't want it to be generic stuff that doesn't really matter. You want it to be stuff that they actually care about. But if you create content that actually helps them solve problems and actually helps them and provides them with really, really good information, then what that's going to do is that's going to keep you top of mind, right? I remember a couple of years ago when I was buying a house, I got a birthday card from a mortgage broker, and it wasn't just a generic birthday card. It was a birthday card that I opened up, and I don't know if the mortgage broker actually wrote this or somebody wrote it, but they actually wrote a handwritten note that said, "Hey Andy, hope you're having a great birthday. If you ever, hope your 30th birthday or however old I was is a great one. Talk to you soon," right? And I actually called the mortgage broker that day and booked an appointment with him because because I was actually ready to buy a house at that point, right? Now, had he never sent me that card, I never would have followed up with him, right? Now, if you do this, what it's going to do is it's just going to trigger their memory. You just want to stay top of mind, because odds are, even if they don't need an attorney, every single client that you have, especially your satisfied clients, every single one of them has an entire network of people, all of whom at any given point might actually need you. And all you have to do is just remind them that you're there. Because a lot of times people will say, if you're a criminal defense attorney or something, somebody will have gotten a DUI and they'll forget about you, right? But if you hit them at the right time with the right piece of information or the right card or whatever it is, and you just nudge them a little bit, just remember to be like, "Oh, right, you know what? You should talk to Bill. Bill is my friend, and he actually got a DUI. I'm gonna have Bill call you because Bill definitely needs to talk to you. Bill needs some help right now," right? So it's all about visibility and just making sure that people remember who you are. So past clients are a great way to do it because they've already worked with you. They're social proof. If a past client refers somebody to you, like, you already know there's a very, very high likelihood that they're going to sign up with you. So all you have to do is just massage that relationship a little bit and just make sure that they remember who you are. So following up with past clients is a great way to get clients, and it's one that most lawyers are sleeping on. So don't do that. Figure out a way, even if it's just sending birthday cards and half birthday cards and stuff like that. Just figure out a service. There's services that do it, and it's not that expensive. Just do it. Now, the third way is LSA ads, local service ads. Now, the reason that I like local service ads is because it's the easiest way for us to get phone calls for our clients. So whenever we have a client, a new client, we try to get them a win as quickly as possible. And maybe you've experienced this in your law firm, but the faster you can get a client a win, the more likely they are to be happy for the duration of the entire time that they're with you. So what we try to do is we try to get a win as quickly as humanly possible so that we can make the client happy and ultimately develop a long relationship with them. Now, the way that we get wins as quickly as possible for our clients is by running local service ads, local service area ads, or LSA ads. And what those are, let me see if I can draw this on my board here. LSA ads are basically the ads that are at the top of Google, and they typically say Google suggested. Let me see if I can get my canvas going here. Come on. This is taking its time to load. All right, so let me see if I can do a new canvas here. I should have had this ready. Wasn't prepared. This is obviously a live broadcast. So if this is Google, I guess I should use a pen color that people will actually be able to see. Let's say, all right, so this is Google, or excuse me, this is your browser, right? So this is your browser. And at the top, you've got the search bar. This is a little magnifying glass representing the search bar. And you search personal injury attorney or criminal defense attorney or whatever it is, right? What's going to happen is you're going to see these boxes right here. And these boxes have stars in them. And they say Google guaranteed, and they usually have a green check mark and everything. These are the local service area ads. These are the LSA ads, right? And I love these ads because a lot of phone calls come from these ads. It's really, really easy to get phone calls from the local service area ad. I'm going to move this so that it's not blowing my camera out here. But if you use local service areas ads and you use them effectively, what's cool is that it allows you to get really cheap phone calls. And the cool thing about that is that you can actually, you're only paying for phone calls. You're not paying for clicks. So when you run a PPC ad, like your traditional PPC ad, what ends up happening is every time somebody clicks, you're paying. So car accident lawyer near me, it could be up to $200, $300 a click, right? So every time they click, you're getting paid. It doesn't matter if it's a client, doesn't matter if it's a marketing company trying to sell you something, doesn't matter if it's a lead, it doesn't matter if it's a competitor, you're paying every single time, right? Now, with LSA ads, you're paying for phone calls, which is awesome because you're only paying when the phone rings. And the other part about that is that you can dispute bad leads. And we actually win about 50% of the disputes we get whenever we, because we monitor our clients' LSA performance, and we typically will win about 50% of the disputes. So you're getting cheaper. You're only getting phone calls. You're only paying for phone calls, and then a lot of the ones that aren't good calls, you're not paying for. So it's a really, really great way to get a win. So I'd highly recommend LSA ads. LSA ads are an amazing way to get wins for your law firm and to get clients for your law firm. Now, the fourth way is reviews. The fourth way is to get reviews. Now, I believe in reviews so much that I wrote an entire book about reviews. And this book is 5-Star Attorney. And it's called, it's all about how to grow a law firm using social proof and testimonial. And I firmly believe that if you have zero marketing budget, start focusing on reviews and social proof, because that will grow your law firm. Now, the cool thing about reviews is that not only does it provide social proof, so it will give you more conversions, it'll actually increase your conversion rate optimization, but it will also improve your search engine optimization, your Google Maps listing. Now, if you don't know what the Google Maps are, let me show you what that is. So let's say that this right here is the browser. Let me draw this again in a dark background. So again, we've got top here, we got the search box, we got your LSA ads up top here. And then typically you'll have some PPC ads here and PPC ads here. And then you got a box right here, and it's got a map on this side. And then it's got typically 3 or 4 listings in here. These right here, this section right here, that is the Google 3-pack. That is the maps. And that is where phone calls come from. Now, I'm not going to go into it, but we tested it over and over and over and over and over again. And this right here, if you want phone calls for your law firm, that's where you have to rank, right? Now, there's 3 things that go into ranking into the Google 3-pack. Three things that Google uses to determine if you're going to rank in the Google 3-pack or not. The first is proximity to the searcher. How close are you to the person who's searching? Now, there's not a whole lot that you can do about that, so we're not going to talk too much about that. The second thing is prominence. How prominent are you on the internet? Prominence means you appear on other websites. So this is why if you have a marketing company, they're typically going to tell you to complete your Google listing, and well, obviously your Google listing, but they're going to tell you to complete your FindLaw listing and your Avvo listing and your Yelp listing and your Facebook profile and your Bing listing and all these other business directories. The reason why is because when your name, address, and phone number appears in the exact same way on lots of different websites, that increases your prominence. And prominence is one of those things that determines if you appear in the Google 3-pack. Now, the third thing is relevancy. How relevant are you to what the person was searching for? Now, there's a couple ways that Google determines relevancy. The first way that Google determines relevancy is the content that's on your website. How relevant is the content on your website to what the person is searching for? But the second way, and the more powerful way that Google determines relevancy, is what words, phrases, keywords, and synonyms that are related to what the person is searching for are in your reviews. What are other people saying about you? So the idea is, if you can get your clients and other people to leave reviews about your law firm that contain words, phrases, keywords, synonyms that are all related to your practice area and your geographical location, then you will appear higher in the Google Maps, because Google will think that you are more relevant to what people are searching for. Now, here is how you do this. You don't just ask, obviously, look, I wrote an entire book about how to get reviews. Right. So if you want to get this book, go to getlawfirmreviews.com. You can get a free copy of this book. I'm very proud of this book. And I highly recommend all lawyers read it. Right. So I'm not going to go into everything. But one of the easiest ways that you can get reviews is by giving people prompts in terms of what to say in reviews. Because there's lots of reasons that people don't leave reviews. Tell me if this sounds like you. You get a great result for a client and you say, hey, client, would you mind leaving me a review? And they say, of course, I'd love to leave you a review. And then you say thanks, and then they just never do it. Like, give me a me in the chat if that sounds like you, right? Well, that happens a lot of times, right? And there's lots of reasons that people don't leave reviews. But one of the biggest reasons is writer's block. People don't know what to say. So what I always do is I always tell my clients, listen, when you're going to have somebody leave a review, you'll get more reviews if you give them prompts and you tell them what to say. So I always say you should send an email that says, a lot of times people want to leave us reviews, but they're not exactly sure what to say. So we have found that the most effective reviews and the most impactful reviews answer the following 5 questions. Now, you're going to want to write these down. The first question is, what was the problem that you had before you came to our law firm? The second question is, why did you pick our firm over all the other firms out there? The third question is, what did we do for you? Fourth question is, what were the results? And then the fifth question is, how did these results impact your life? Now, if you get your clients to answer those questions, what's going to happen is, first of all, you're going to get a better review, right? They're actually going to tell a story, the beginning, the middle, the end. The second thing is they're going to have a much more believable review. So when somebody actually goes to your law firm and looks at the reviews and checks you out, which they do, they're going to see the stories and they're actually going to believe that the reviews are real. A lot of them are going to see their story in these reviews and think that you can help them as well. But the third thing that's going to happen is that Google is going to see all those words, phrases, keywords, and synonyms that get in there naturally because they're telling a story about what happened to them. And they're going to put you in the Google 3-pack because that's one of the things that happened. Now, I want to caveat this because I always get called out by people. There's no magic bullet. So it's not like you're just going to get 2 reviews and you're just going to shoot up to the top, right? Because there's no magic bullet. But this is a big part of it. This is a huge part of it. And this is something that you can control. So if you get more reviews consistently that have really good reviews that actually have words, phrases, keywords, and synonyms, you will shoot higher in the top of the 3-pack. And when that happens, you will get more visibility. You just will. And we've proven that when you're in the 3-pack, that's where phone calls come from. And then on top of that, when you've got really good reviews, you can use them for testimonials. You can use them on your website. You can use them on your social media. You can run them as video ads. There's so much you can do with social proof. It's insane because the reality is that people believe other people, what they say, that people believe what other people say about you more so than what you say about yourself. You can say you're awesome. Everybody's going to say they're awesome, right? But when other people are having are telling stories about how you help them in a situation that the reader can relate to, then it makes them much more likely that they're going to pick up the phone and call you. So it's going to improve your conversion rate optimization as well. So I cannot stress enough how important reviews are. Now, the last thing that it's actually not the last thing, the last part of this video, the 5th way to get clients is something that I call PSA marketing. PSA marketing. What is PSA marketing? Well, PSA marketing is a free marketing strategy that you can use that will get people to share your content and you will actually go viral. So a lot of times we'll go on social media, we'll go on Facebook or we'll go on Instagram or we'll go on Twitter or wherever we're going, right? And we all have that one friend, right? We all have that one friend who just signed up for the new MLM scheme, right? Maybe they're selling leggings or I don't know what they're selling. They're selling something, right? They're selling beach body workouts or whatever it is they're selling, right? And we all know that one person. We all know, this person's on there selling their stuff again, right? And we don't want to be that person, right? We don't want to market ourselves to we're very hesitant to market ourselves on our personal social media feeds because we don't want to be perceived as that person that's just hawking your stuff all day long, right? So that's why a lot of people don't use their social media, their personal social media to market themselves. And I completely agree. I don't want to be perceived as that as well. However, if you use PSA marketing, what that allows you to do is that allows you to promote yourself using your personal social media profile, which means that all your friends, your family, your colleagues, everyone that is in your area will see your content. They'll find it valuable, not salesy, because we're not going to do sales content on there. We're going to provide valuable content, and then they're going to share it. And when they share it, more people will see it. So then one person shares it, and then all their friends are going to see it. And then that person sees it, thinks it's valuable, and then they're going to share it. And then all their friends are going to see it. And that's how things go viral. Now, it only works when you provide really valuable information. So I'll give you a couple of examples. We had a client who is a family law attorney. And she had a client. She actually told me this story. This is a great story. Not great for the person this happened to, but it's a great story for this example. She had a client who was going through a child custody battle. And it was a mother. Her client was the mother. And the mother took a selfie and posted the selfie on Facebook, right? Now, in the background of the selfie was a picture of like a poster of a naked woman or something like that, right? Some inappropriate poster that was in the background. Well, at the next court hearing, the father's attorney shows up with this picture printed out really big, highlighting the naked woman or the inappropriate picture that was in the background, and basically using this to demonstrate that this person is an unfit parent, that this person should not be granted custody, and yada, yada, yada. And this actually hurt the client because they posted this. So this is a great story to tell about why you should not post anything on social media if you're going through a child custody dispute, if you're going through a divorce, if you're going through any sort of family law or any sort of legal matter whatsoever. So what you could do is you could pull your phone out. Everybody's got one of these in their pocket, and I would pull out the phone and I'd film a really short video that's not salesy. It's just designed to be a PSA, right? PSA, public service announcement. And I would say, hey, this is Andy. As you guys know, I'm a family law attorney, and I want to give you guys a warning about something that happened today, and I don't want this to happen to any of my friends. So please watch this video. And if you know somebody going through a child custody battle, please share this video, or somebody that could potentially be going through a child custody issue or a divorce or something in the future, because this could really cost them like a lot, right? So I had a client today, and unbeknownst to me, what they did is they actually posted a video or a picture on social media, and it had an inappropriate picture behind them. And what happened was the opposing counsel used that picture as evidence that my client is an unfit parent, and it caused this problem and this problem and this problem and this problem, and I had to undo all of it, and it was a huge mess. So I just want to tell you, if you're going through a social media issue, if you're going through not social media, if you're going through a family law issue, if you're going through any sort of legal issue whatsoever, stay off social media, whatever you can do. And if you have any questions about this or anything else, feel free to send me a direct message. Happy to answer any questions. And please share this video with people who need it. It could save them a lot of heartache in the future. See, a video like that is very, very, it's informative. It's a good story. It's not salesy, and it's valuable because people will share this, right? People will share it with their friend or their neighbor or whoever is going through a child custody issue or through a divorce or through whatever it is. And it provides valuable information. And then what's going to happen is your friends, you're going to share it, and then your next door neighbor, you're going to put that video up, your next door neighbor is going to share it, and then their friends are going to see it, and someone that they work with is going to see it, and they're going to share it, and then that person's brother, who happens to be going through a divorce, is going to be like, oh, that's interesting, here's a divorce attorney that I need to talk to, and they'll actually send you a direct message. I'm telling you, this happens. This is what our clients did during the pandemic when everything was shut down, and they were desperate for ideas, desperate for clients. This is one of the strategies that saved them, right? It works really, 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 really well. So that's one way you can do it. Another thing you can do, I've seen personal injury attorneys do this with uninsured motorist coverage, right? So what you do is you tell a story about somebody that came into your office. So you can say, hey guys, just so you know, you guys obviously know I'm a personal injury attorney, and I have a warning for everybody because I want to make sure that what happened to someone who came into my office today does not happen to you, because it's going to cost them potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical treatments, or tens of thousands of dollars, whatever it is. Because they made this one thing that probably they made this one mistake and they could have avoided the whole thing, right? So they were rear-ended by somebody who didn't have insurance. So they came into my office, and unfortunately, in most cases, you can use your own insurance. If the person who hits you and you're severely injured, this person has a bulging disc in their back, they need to have back surgery. Like it's a bad situation, and the person that hit them doesn't have insurance. Now, unfortunately, they elected not to take the uninsured motorist coverage on their own policy. And it's like $30 a month. But now, because they didn't have that, it's going to cost them thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So I urge you, please look at your car insurance. If you don't have uninsured motorist coverage, add it. Add it right now. And if you have any questions about insurance, please let me know. I'm happy to review your policy. And I'm happy to make sure that you have the coverage that you need, because the worst case scenario is somebody hits you, you don't have coverage, and there's no one to pay the bill, and you actually have to pay out of pocket. It's a terrible situation. And by the way, if you have any other questions about car accidents or anything like that, I'm an open book. Shoot me a message. I'm happy to talk. If you do stuff like that, people will share the video. And also, what I didn't say is I didn't say share the video. Tell them to share the video so that everybody that they know also gets this information. People will share the video. And what will happen is somebody will see it that needs a car accident attorney, right? Now, here's the other thing about PSA marketing. You might do it one time and it might not work. You might do it 2 times and it might not work. Just keep providing value, keep providing valuable information, and you'll find that one piece of content that really strikes a nerve, that one topic that really strikes a nerve, and then keep going down that rabbit hole and keep sharing that type of information. And what will happen is people will consistently share your information. And because people are sharing your information, your videos over and over, Facebook will also show, or Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is, will also show more of that information, will also show your videos to more people, and you'll have a bigger reach, right? So it's called PSA marketing. It's definitely something that I would recommend every single person utilizes in their marketing, because it just works, guys. Like, it saved law firms during the pandemic. This is advice that I gave my own clients when we were facing the pandemic. So those are 5 ways to get clients. Now, who here wants a cheat sheet that breaks down every single piece of information that I gave you? If you want that, then here's what I want you to do. I'll give it to you completely free. First of all, I want you to type cheat sheet in the leave a comment, cheat sheet, and then I want you to either like if you're on Facebook, type cheat sheet, and we will actually direct message you the cheat sheet that actually I got something in my mouth here. If you're on Facebook, we'll direct message you the cheat sheet for this entire video. If you're on YouTube, type cheat sheet and then email me at andy@smbteam.com. Andy@smbteam. But you have to type cheat sheet as a comment. Otherwise, we're not going to send it to you, right? That's my ask for you. Now, again, remember, I am speaking next week, October 12th, 13th, 14th at Ben Glass's Great Legal Marketing Summit. If you go to candylive.com, that will take you to the link, and Stickle23 will save you $750 off your ticket. I'm going to be sharing how to beat Morgan & Morgan step by step, so you do not want to miss that. That would be absolutely awesome, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video. And by the way, if you like this content, then do me a favor and let me know in the comments if you really like this video. If you like this content, if you want me to do more content about how to get clients, how to easily get clients, stuff like that, type yes, do more videos like this, or type no, you suck, or whatever it is. I don't care what you type, but let me know if you want me to do more content like this. Let me know, because I'm having a lot of fun coming up with these ideas. So thanks a lot, guys, and I will talk to you soon.